Everyone froze, clearly confused by Yan Yao's sudden action. Without explanation, the girl dashed on her short legs to her courtyard, bolted the door and dove under the covers. Asterisk headache. Just seeing princess. Shizzy gives me a headache. Asterisk. Hibeos who forced an awkward laugh. Kids sure are energetic, ha ha ha. Asterisk I really didn't mean to, asterisk. Kiao Chuxia annoyed by the interruption. Pressed on, right sister Wanyan? A concubine's daughter has no manners. How shameful to do business outside. She might not care, but as a Kiao lady, she stains all our reputations. Kiao Chuxu added. A concubine's dogard can see beyond trivialities naturally different from us. Kiao Chuxia sneered. Exactly. She ignores the bigger picture for petty profits. Doesn't she know commerce is lowly? Kiao Chuxu shot her a warning glare. Kiao Wanyan paused with a candied fruit, lifting her eyes to glance at the maid nearby. The maid promptly stepped forward and, pour Ed tea over Kiao Chuxia said, are you mad? How dare you lowly? Ziyuan slapped her. Presumptuous. How dare you shout in front of Miss? Kiao Chuxia covered her face, shaking with anger. Asterisk I didn't want to come. Who wants to flatter that arrogant Kiao Wanyan? But mother and father made me, and sister. Come, now I'm bullied Ed by a lally maid, and sister doesn't even defend me. Asterisk. Kiao Chuxu stood. Calm down. Sister Wanyan, Chujia is young and ignorant. I'll punish her severely. Kiao Wanyan smiled. Nonsense. The princess is here. Don't slander me. When did I get angry? Yes. My mistake. Forgive me, sister. Kiao Wanyan wiped her lips. You too. She's my cousin. How can you act like this? Take her to change, or she'll leave the mansion looking like. This people might think it bully at her. Ziyu An nodded. This way. Miss Chuxia, I'll help you change. Kiao Chuxia shot her eagle but dared not protest, hurrying to change Dot in the east chamber, as Kiao Chuxia ordered Ziyuan to fetch a fragrant cloud gauzy dress. The maid who'd power Ed tea bolted the door from inside. What are you doing? Get my clothes first. Ziyuan stuffed a hand kerchief in her mouth, and the other maid grabbed her arms. From behind muffled sobs echo Ed, but no sound reached Yongning Pavilion. Ziyuan slapped her repeated lie without a word, stopping only when Chuxia's faces welled and her eyes reddened from crying. Remember to mind your words in front of my miss. Ziyuan enunciated each word as a warning. Dress. Her in maid's clothes and sent her out the back. She's not allowed in the mansion again. She upsets Miss. Yes, Miss Ziyuan. Ziyuan returned to Yongning Pavilion and reported. Miss Chuxia has changed, but she feels unwell and left. I sent someone to escort her. Everyone understood but said nothing. Kiao Wanyan turned to Hibeos who, Princess, why so glum? Worried about something. Kiao Chuxu stayed silent listening. Hibeos who hesitated then confessed actually. I gave Kiao Yuan the soap recipe. We tried making it for fun, and it worked, but she sold my recipe without a word. Kiao Wanyan was surprised. Asterisk Kiao Yuan, is this shameless now? No wonder she started porridge relief. The next day she used stolen money, not family funds. What a pure, gentle lotus flower. Asterisk she almost laughed. Why not confront the Yunjian, Yancy shopkeeper directly? Having no proof the recipe is mine. Hibeos who had mentioned hearing it in her fief, leaving no written records. Kiao Wanyan frowned. You're a princess. Since when do you need proof? Asterisk nobility shouldn't need evidence for such things. Asterisk. Hibeos who realized. Asterisk in modern times. Evidence is everything. But this isn't modern. The Son of Heaven is subject to the same laws as Commons is just empty talk. Asterisk. You're right. Wei Mo said Princess. I'll secure the evidence. He bows who relaxed. Asterisk, I'm useless. But Wei Mo is the kind of person I admired in modern times. With her, I'm safe. Asterisk. I have some businesses in the capital. I would too. Sell soap in my own shops. It might invite gossip, but I want to try commerce. Asterisk ancient life is boring without entertainment. Using modern knowledge to do business. Here should be fun. Back then, I wanted financial freedom to do what I loved, and being a boss was top of the list. Asterisk. Ki ao chu zu thought it beneatha. Princess, asterisk noble ladies own businesses, but they hire managers, they don't run them personally. Is the princess to idle? Kia Wanyan smiled. Go for it. I support you. Asterisk no. Job is lowly. Elitists enjoy wealth well, despising those who earn it. Everyone chases their goals. I want power, and the princess wants to do business. We Ray both striving for what we want. Asterisk. That afternoon, Jing Yuan visited. Zhu An brought a box to Yang Ning Pavilion and waited for Kia Wanyan to wake. Miss the Crown Prince sent Jing Yuan with burning ointment. Kia Wanyan rubbed her sleepy eyes, sat before the mirror, and lazily extended her hand as Ziwan knelt to apply the ointment. Miss Wei Mo went to Yunji and Yancy, and the shopkeeper pulled the soap from the shelves. After she left, wonder what she said. Kia Wanyan half closed her eyes, eyeing her reflection. If the shopkeeper dares not sell the soap, will he confront Kia Yuan? Ziyuan thought, probably not. She's a minister, Kiao's daughter. Even if he's angry, he won't dare demand justice at the mansion. Kia Wanyan smiled. What if the Kiao family ignores her the FT? Ziyuan's eyes lit up. If the shopkeeper does know, I'll tell him kindly. Yu Rei getting smarter. Ziyuan, smarter than a 5-year-old. Maid saint if led laughter as Ziyuan. Miss is teasing me again tilled. Miss Master asks you to come to Chi Yun Hall. After dressing, Kia Wanyan went to Qian Hall, where Minister Kiao and Madame Jin smiled at her. Yan, come in. Mother had made with a dress. South Sea pearls. Do you like it? Kia Wanyan's eyes lit up. Mother, it's beautiful. Madame Jin beamed. Glad you like it. Minister Kiao said, daughter, I need to tell you something. The Quadrant Nile. Spring hunt is coming. The Emperor will receive Xiling envoys at Shang Lin hunting ground, and all officials may bring their families. Kia Wanyan wasn't surprised. The Xiling prince was coming, Ray calling the story. She smiled. Why the smiling daughter? Minister Kiao Shirt melted at her grin, shaking her head. She took Madame Jin's arm. Nothing. Just thought of something fun. Father, will you only take me and mother? Your mother dislikes such events, so she'll stay. And I won't take Kiao Yihuan. Asterisk she offended the emperor, though he didn't punish the Kiao family. I won't bring admissions who embarrasses me. Even if the crown prince asks, I'll refuse. Asterisk the next day. As Kiao Yuan scoops Ed Kanji for Abigail, someone flipped the table. She jumped back as Aang Man Shu Ted, Kiao family's eldest daughter. Cheating and stealing, pay us back. Kiao Yuan eyed the furious man. Who are you? When did I cheat you? He sneered Zhou Yu, son of Yunji and Yancy's shopkeeper. You stole our sip and sold it to my father, costing him dearly. You owe us money. Kiao Yihuan was confused. Asterisk the soap recipe? I developed that myself. Asterisk nonsense. I created the soap recipe. What theft? Zhou Yu yelled hear this. She stole Princess Shizzy's recipe and sold it to my father for 100 taels, plus 50% monthly profits. The princess sent someone, and my father realized he was scammed. Shouldn't he demand repayment? The crowd, mostly helped by poor folks and beggars. Qiao Yihuan stayed silent. Asterisk as long as we have kanji. We don't TCA are where the money is. Comes from, asterisk some defended her, calling it robbing the rich to help the poor, and surrounded Zhou. Zhou kicked over Akinji bucket. Pay up. I'll sue you at the Yemen if you don't. They're slaw in the capital. Asterisk if they hit me. I'll extort this shameless woman. Asterisk. Qiao Yihuan couldn't believe it. Asterisk the princess went to Yunji and Yancy. Why? We were friends. Even saved her life. She's a princess. Not short of money. Why ruin me? Asterisk. The recipe was developed with the princess. I sold it to buy food for the poor. More people pushed Zhou Yu defending her. He Yanli passed by and heard the commotion after his guard explained. He said flatly entertainment. He ordered, return to the mansion. Just then, a familiar voice sounded. He Yanli opened the window and looked out, stopped the carriage. Qiao Wanyan stepped from a carriage, light as a butterfly's in a white gown that billowed, like a goddess descending. Gasps ripped led through the crowd, all eyes fixed on her. Sister. The Yanji and Yancy shopkeeper went to father. Who learned what you did? Qiao Wanyan's tone was gentle but reproachful. Qiao Yuan panicked. Asterisk, how did this get so big? Why is the princess forcing me over Orsip? Asterisk Qiao Wanyan approached. Flanked by guards eyes in the crowd wary lie. Qiao Yi. Huan saw the calculating smile on her face and felt a chill. Asterisk, she'll pour fuel on the fire. Humiliate me in public. Asterisk. Qiao Yihuan lowered her brows, her delicate face taking on a veiled, grievous looks that only enhanced her pure, gentle aura. Her voice choked slightly. Sister, I was wrong. Muddle-headed. It thought the soap. The recipe was created with the princess, and it never meant to sell it at first. But I couldn't. Born to see the destitute go hungry, and my monthly allowance couldn't buy enough grain, so it sold the recipe. Tears fell from her eyes, and the beauty steers moved the pour deeply. She paused and added, I thought the princess, with her vast estates, wouldn't care about such trivialities. If the money could help more people, she'd surely be pleased. It never expected this. I'll apologize to the princess, but I didn't trigger it. I'm willing to bear the blame alone. The crowd began to riot. What wrong did Miss Yihuan do? The princess is rich. Does she need this money? Exactly. Miss Yihuan acts for the greater good, better than you high and mighty folks. You young ladies who know no hardship can't understand our suffering. While we starve, your clothes cost more than our annual grain. What right do you have to criticize Miss Yihuan? Why? Why are you born rich while we suffer? With someone leading, others followed, venting their pent-up frustration. They knew who kept them fed these days and didn't care about feuds are only that these people might make them starve again. Qiao Yihuan clutched her chest, looking apologetic. I understand your feelings, but my allowance is meager. I may not be able to serve porridge anymore. I'm sorry. Please don't. Involving others. This is all my fault. Zhou Yu punched in the face, cowered back, but was stunned by Qiao Yihuan's words. How he rarely interacted with noble ladies, and none were this capable. She stolen the princess's recipe, yet her words incited the crowds to defend her and riot. Second miss save me. Zhou Yu lost his arrogance and ran towards Qiao Wanyan. The crowd, unwilling to return to hunger, surged forward. One man charged straight at Qiao Wanyan, his gaze fixed on her. Asterisk with so many people. No one will notice if I do something. Asterisk. Before he could approach, Lu Jianye blocked Kia Wanyan with a sword, his cold stare fixed on the man. A dozen guards, elite from the Minister Kiaosmansian, surrounded her, even outnumbered. They did before letting her skirt be touched. Kia Wanyan watched the crowd grow and argue lie and eyed. The man blocked by Lu Jianye. Little Lu, his clothes are too pale. Give him some color without hesitation. Lu Jianye slashed off the men's arms. A shrilling scream silenced the crowd. Satisfied, Kia Wanyan spoke calmly, "Sister, your words paint father and mother as heartless. They knew you were serving porridge and said you could draw grain funds from the public account anytime, but you sulked and refused. Instead of doing this improper deed, now you play the victim, inciting ariots and troublings. The Yemen, are you mad?" Her voice, pitched to carry, reached everyone. "Do you know the trouble this causes? A riot is amateur offensive private brawling. But majorly, it's treason. Disrespect to the princess is disrespect to the royal family. Can you bear that responsibility?" Fear gripped the crowd. We were hungry, but not dying if charged with crimes. We'll lose our lives. Kia Wanyan first blamed Kiao Yihuan for willfully stealing the recipe, distancing the minister Kiao's mansions and the poor from the feud, then warned of the consequences, quelling their impulses. Kiao Yihuan couldn't believe it. "When did Isilk with father and mother? How dare she slander me? Kia Wanyan felt no shame. She knew she was just, "Sister, go apologize to the princess. Dawn, worry about the porridge relief. The Kiao family will open the porridge stall. Mother has already sent capable people to manage it. The good reputation is mine now. You're nothing without your halo. Sister *, she addressed the crowd. It's spring, and though the days are warm, nights are still cool. Tomorrow, I'll use my private funds to provide clean clothes for everyone to claim." At this, the crowd forgot Kiao Yihuan's plight. Whoever feed and clothe them was their savior. Kia Wanyan is beautiful as a goddess. Was there living Buddha? With a faint smile, she looked at Kiao Yihuan. "See, sister? Winning the poor shards does end Trekwire. Fuss, just money. You toiled for nothing. It must hurt. Your pale face pains me. Sister, * a little money makes them grateful. Why? Work hard when they'll thank the one who pays." Turning away, she boarded her carriage, followed by a grand procession of guards, leaving Kiao Yihuan and Zhao Ying, pale-faced, in a hidden corner. The armless man lay dead, a sword through his chest. Eyes wide open, the Prince Jing's carriage rolled away. When Kiao Yihuan returned, the Minister Kiao's gatekeeper refused her entry, saying she must apologize to the princess first. Zhao Ying fumed, but Kiao Yihuan showed little emotion and turned to the princess's mansion, only to find the princess absent, locked out again. "Miss, let's go back," Zhao Ying said. "We're distressed to see her kneeling at the gate. The princess might be avoiding her. Waiting till dark is useless. Father wants me to seek the princess's forgiveness. I'll wait." Kiao Yihuan replied. News of Kiao Yihuan's vehicle reached Kia Wanyan as Ziyuan massaged her shoulders. "Miss, Kiao Yihuan is so stubborn. If the princess is out, she should come back instead of acting pitiful." Kiao Wanyan flipped through a book. In good spirits, after all that effort, she got nothing. How do you think she feels? If I hadn't read that story, I'd have smashed her porridge stall. Inciting Ariat, Abigsin would risk my safety, and the crown prince would see old me for the original me he disliked D. Winning hearts subtly is more satisfying than direct confrontation, no? Wonder people hate sneaky hypocrites. Who wouldn't be angry? She used to infuriate me with her acting. Asterisk. As the moon set and dawn broke, a carriage stopped at Fengyi Lane. A tall man sneaked aboard, sitting beside a young woman inside. Chuksu, you've lost weight. Have you been eating poorly? The dim carriage hid Ki Ao Chuzu's blushing face. She looked down. Embarrassed. Yu Ling. Asterisk, I've had no appetite without seeing you. Asterisk, but she couldn't say it. Zhou Yu boldly took her hand, smiling when she didn't pull away. Edging closer. Chuksu, I was beaten today because of your cousin, and my face is injured. For anyone else, I'd be angry, but she's your cousin, so I had to take it. Kiao Chuksu touched his face. Injured? Which cousin? Who else? Minister Kiao's concubine daughter. Zhou Yu recounted the day's events, casting himself as a lovesick, fool's wronged for his being loved. Kiao Chuzu was heartbroken. I was with sister and the princess today and heard about this. I wanted to warn you, but you weren't at Yunji and Yancy. By the time I could go, the princess had already acted in the afternoon. She held a candle to examine his bruised face. Her heart aching. Why endure this for me? He held her hand. It's nothing. I'd owe anything for you. She looked at him intensely, then lowered her eyes. But my family is arranging my marriage. Yu Lang, take me away. Let's elope. I don't need wealth, just you. He hugged her. Chuksu, you're the love of my life. How could I let you abandon your family for me? That would be selfish. But my family. He stroked her back. No, my family is well off. But we're commoners. Your parents want egg less than unk greater than. A son for you. Imin easy but powerless. But Chuksu, there's a way to make them accept me. What way? He released her and took her hands, and hesitated before speaking. If we become husband and wife, your parents will agree, no matter their misgivings. She paused. He coaxed softly. Chuksu, I know this hurts you, but I want a future for us, of course. I won't force you if you refuse. Zhou Yu's gentle voice and handsome looks had won her heart during her visits to Yunji and Yancy. Now, she shook her head decisively. I'm not refusing, just scared. But for us, I'm willing. I'll fight for our future. Hugging her, Zhou Yu thought. Asterisk marrying Chuzu means more than running a small shop. Father's still with that. Concubine daughter nearly bankrupted us. And now this, Yunji and Yancy will close soon. In need her family status. Not her. It must make her parents agree quickly. As a Kiao daughter, her dowry will be huge. And they won't abandon her. Asterisk. Chuksu, I'll never fail you. Kiao Yihuan waited in vain at the princess mansion. On her way back, she saw the Kiao family carriage and noticed Amina lights. Zhou Yu, the shopkeeper's son. Did Kiao Wanyan incite his riots? Who was he meeting? Kiao Wanyan or Zilan? Asterisk. Zhao Ying. Follow that carriage and see who's inside. Yes, miss. Time passed and several days flew by. The eldest grandson of the Imperial College, Chancellor or married the youngest daughter, Director of the Central Secretariat, gathering almost all the capital's nobles. Kiao Wanyan followed Madame Jin to the wedding, stepping off the carriage. She met Madame Wei of the Kiao Second Branch and Kiao Chuzu, Kiao China Uxia. They exchanged pleasantries and entered together, though the Second Branch took the initiative to flatter Madame Jin. Kiao Chuzia felt afraid at the sight of Kiao Wanyan. Her mother and sister had warned her never to offend the second sister of the main branch, arrogant, quick to retaliate, and never let an insult pass overnight. Worse, uncle doted on her endless lie. he'd use any means to, covering up even murder, complaining about her was pointless. After being slapped dozens times for casual remarks, Chujia had to cake on powder to hide the marks, only coming today because her mother said there might be good matches. She slowed down, keeping her distance too. Avoid catching Wan Yan say. Yan Yao caught up slowing beside Chujia. Are you Sister Yanyan's sister? Why so slow? Hurry up. Chuxia sneered. Do I look stupid? Getting closer would only invite public humiliation. Yan Yao? What's she on about? The wedding procession hadn't returned. So many guests gathered in the chancellor's courtyard. Kiao Wanyan chatted by the backyard pond with noble ladies, laughing heartily at something amusing. In the distance, young scholars gathered, including Zhu Shujian, though his status didn't warrant attendance. His friendship with the groom thing, Chancellor Or's grandson, earned him aspect. Brother Zhu Stalin is unmatched. Fellow, the examinees will dread the upcoming imperial exam. Zhu Shujian replied modestly, Master Zhang flatters me. I've just read more books and gained trivial insights. How dare I bear again before you? Your humility explains why Minister Kiao values you as his protege. You must visit the Kiao mansion often. Have you met Miss Second Zhou, the capital's greatest beauty? Yes, from afar at the Launch Viti Festival. Her lives up to the praise. The dance was like a fairy descending. Unforgettable. I wonder who would marry such a woman. HMPH with her status and beauty. She's destined for the royal family. Zhu Shujian wore a harmless, humble smile, listening silently. Married into the royal family? She doesn't deserve it. Everyone turned to Sima Yu, who'd spent months recovering after consecutive months. Beatings, even in his own bed. Hearings. Praise for that bitch made his blood boil. She school us and power. Hungry prince. Jing hates her and would never marry her. The crown. Prince hasn't sought an edict for her, despite her saving his life. You fools. Treat that lowly wench like a goddess. Zhu Shujian watched him quietly, saying nothing, though insignificant to the Kia Os. Sima Yu, son of the Pingyang Earl, couldn't be offended by lesser nobles, who dissembled instead of contradicted. Sima Yu snorted. I wouldn't marry Kia Wanyan if she begged me. You act like country bumpkins seeing a goddess. Zhu Shujian glanced at a figure in the distant pavilion, then spoke with a subtle change in expression. Sixth young master. As the Earl's heir, your noble status surely connects you with the century-old Kiao family. Your words must stems from familiarity with second miss. Sima Yu huffed. Naturally, know her true nature too well. Zhu Shujian said humbly, though Minister Kiao's protege. I've never met second miss. Here she rare lie, interacts with men or goes out. Are you truly acquainted? Sixth young master, your words. Sima Yu frowned. What do you mean? Accusing me of lying? Dare not, sir. Embarrassed under everyone's gaze. Sima Yu's pride surged. I'm the Pingyang Earl Seldest's son. Would I brag to nobodies like you? If you don't believe me, watch. He marched to the pavilion. UN phased by Kiao Wanyan's look of disgusting, turning his back to Zhu Shujian. He smiled obsequiously. Second miss. I saw you and came to say hello. How have you been? Kiao Wanyan glared. Lu Jinyea approached from outside the pavilion, waiting for her orders. Kick him in. From afar, Zhu Shujian script saw Sima Yu enter the pavilion, and promptly got kicked into the pond with a loud splash. They burst into laughter. So that's familiar? Let's go before he comes after us. They left, leaving Zhu Shujian and his page. Master, let's go. Zhu Shujian stood still, coldly watching Sima Yu struggle to climb out of the slippery pond. He's an eyesore. The page followed his gaze and whispered, "He's a Pingyang Earlson. Attacking him will cause trouble." Zhu Shujian turned away, his snow-cleared face devoid of warmth, his tone chilling. Then kill the bird. Servants rescued Sima Yu, took him to change, as Yan Yao happily ate crab pastries. Listening to the chatter, she'd only come because Princess Shizzy wasn't attending her first wedding banquet. She wondered how much food there'd be. The bride arrived, and servants announced the feast. Everyone rose, but Kiao Chuzu noticed Kiao. Wanyan hadn't moved. "Sister Wanyan, let's go. The feast is ready." Wanyan replied lightly, "You go first. I feel dizzy and need to air out." Chuxu fretted before leaving, while Yan Yao stayed munching pastries, waiting to leave with Wanyan, already fantasizing about the feast. Yao Yao went with them. She shook her head, story eyes bright. "I'll wait. For Sister Yanyan, I can hold on." Wanyan smiled. "Go enjoy the banquet. Eat more to bring good luck." After sending Yan Yao off, Wanyan motioned Ziyuan over and whispered. Ziyuan paused, then soothed, "Don't worry, miss. I'll be right back." She dashed off like a green lightning bolt, leaving Lu Jinye confused. Wan Yan's face had pallid, her earlier ease replaced by tension. "What's wrong?" he asked. "Nothing," she said. But Lu Jinye knew something was amiss. She'd encountered nothing strange nor eaten. Oddly, why this sudden reaction? Wanyan's hands clenched into fists, her face bloodless as paper, brows furrowed, without lipstick. She looked even more gaunt. "Are you unwell?" Lu Jinye frowned. Too weak to speak, she gripped his arm, nails digging through fabric. He ignored the pain, crouching to ask, "Where does it hurt?" She broke into a cold sweat, unable to answer, clinging to him for relief. He tried to carry her to the doctor, but she stopped him. "No, let me sit." Wearing a bright yellow gauze dress, sheafy red staining it. Standing now would be obvious. A porcelain dish clinked on stone. Zhu Shujian placed a bowl of warm birds, nested with red dates on the table. A black cloak over his arm. "Second miss. This is warm. Drink it to ease the discomfort." She glanced at him and took the bowl and sipped. Lu Jinye was puzzled. Thirsty? Why not tell him? There was tea on the table. Finishing the bowl, the searing abdominal pain didn't tease her. Periods had never been this painful. Discomfort usually faded with warm soup. Today, the pain left her weak, and her period came early awkwardly at someone else's home. A warm flow trickled down. She sensed it, but could tries in front of others. Servants would never mock her openly, but they'd whispering behind her back. The thoughts made her scalp tingle. The cold stone bench worsened the pain, making her want to kneel and roll. Second miss. Pardon the offense. Zhu Shujian draped the cloak over her. "I've visited here before, and know the back door. If you don't mind, I can escort you there too." Return to the Kiao mansion. She nodded weak-eye. Lu Jinye tried to carry her, but Zhu Shujian was quicker. Closer, he pulled the cloak's hood over her face, scooped her up, and headed for the west corridor. Lu Jinye frowned, wanting to stop him, but Wanyan's sickly look stopped him. Zhu Shujian said, "Could you please bring the Kiao carriage to the west back door?" Lu Jinye snapped, "Who are you to order me? How can I trust you to take her safely? You're a man. How can we trust you?" Wanyan's weak voice emerged from the hood. "Do as he says." Lu Jinye's face changed. Zhu Shujian ignored him. Striding ahead, Zhang Qian, returning from visiting the host's mother, saw a young man carrying a hooded woman. He paused, At the sight of the woman's dangling hand, he'd recognize that hand anywhere. Stop. Zhu Shujian halted. Zhang Qian stepped forward, reaching to remove the hood concealing the person's face before he could touch it. Zhu Shujian took a step back. Zhang Qian's brows furrowed, a barely perceptible edge of sharpness lingering at the corners. What are you doing here? Who are you holding? Zhu Shujian's tone remained calm. The person in the arms is merely a friended. Please, don't make things difficult, young Marquis. Zhang Qian's narrowed ed as he scanned the woman. What if he insists on making things difficult? Who is she? Why hide her face? He was 90% certain this was Kia Wanyan, face covered unresisting, clearly fainted, carrying a fainted Kia Wanyan away surreptitiously. He couldn't believe this man meant well. Before Zhu Shujian could respond, Kia Wanyan removed the hood. Her usually blooming, delicate face was now deathly pale, making her lipstick-stained lips appear even redder. Cold sweat beaded on her forehead, and her deep, peached blossoming eyes half-lidded as she met Zhang Qian's stunned gaze. Before she could speak, Zhang Qian strode forward and snatched her into his arms. What's wrong? Did he drug you? You're so tough with me, yet you let some scoundrel take advantage. Zhu Shujian retracted his hands to his sides, maintaining a composed expression as a cold glint, like autumn water and frigid. Stars flashed in his eyes. Kia Wanyan had no energy to explain. To this fool, to the back door. Zhang Qian frowned, then turned and carried her towards the west back door. After a few steps, he turned back and ordered, "Follow me." He would let Zhu Shujian go. Finding someone in the capital was easy. But why waste time? The Kia mansion was far from the Imperial College Chancellor's residence, but it was closer to Jing'an Manor. Zhang Qian ordered Lu Jinyea to go to Jing and Manor first. When they arrived, as he was about to carry her down, Lu Jinyea stepped in and took her instead. My mistress is unmarried. It's improper for you to carry her in public. It would damage her reputation. Zhang Qian frowned. Are you a man? Won't that damage her reputation? How are you different from me? Lu Jinyea remained calm, as if no fear could touch his face even if Mount Tai collapsed. He simply met Zhang Qian's gaze. Yeah, my mistress, dog. What are you? Young Marquis. The same as me. You. Zhang Qian was speechless. Was this man insane? Who calls himself a dog? Zhang Qian stormed into the manor with her, and the family doctor was quickly summoned. After a careful pulse diagnosis, the old doctor bowed respect. Fully, young Marquis, this young lady is not seriously ill. She just had her monthly cycle, caught a chill, and suffered abdominal pain. I'll prescribe medicine to be decocted. With proper warm tea and rest, she'll recover soon. At this, Zhang Qian and Lu Jinyea remained confused. Monthly cycle. What was that? A serious illness. Zhang Qian blurted out. What's a monthly cycle? Is it severe? What disease is this? The old doctor paused, struggling to explain. Kia Wanyan threw a pillow at him. So noisy. Get me a hot water bag. Zhang Qian glass read back. Why are you yelling? I'll get it. Do you think I'm afraid of you? Zhu Shujian silently observed, then withdrew his gaze. After the doctor left, Kia Wanyan ordered Zhang Qian to find two maids and send everyone out. When Zhang Qian stopped a maid emerging from the room for questioning, his face suddenly flushed. Bright red, the maid added young Marquis. The young lady asked inside for Master Zhu to enter. The maid looked at Lu Jinyea, then at Zhu Shujian, unsure which was Master Zhu, given The young marquis' capricious nature. Had he kidnapped and married women and brought her husband back? This was sheer madness. Under Zhang Qian's stare, Zhu Shujian entered the room without closing the door. "Who the hell is this Zhu fellow?" Zhang Qian asked, but received no answer. He turned to Lu Jinyea, frowning. "I'm in talking to you. Are you deaf?" Lu Jinyea's tone was indifferent. "Who knows? If you're curious, go ask him yourself. Ask what kind of fox spirit this Zhu was." On the agarwood jade bed, Kia Wanyan leaned against a soft pillow, hugging Ahit. Water bag. Even in her Mystigo Z dress, her thin waist and back were visible, giving her a gaunt, frail, and sickly beauty. "How did you know?" Though unspoken, both understood. Zhu Shujian bowed respect. "Fully, please forgive me." Second miss, he folded his hands and inclined his body. "When you went to the backyard pavilion, I accidentally saw atony traces of red on the back of your dress. I have no wife, concubines, or sisters, but once went out with my mother. I saw her have a similar accident, so I dared to fetch a cloaks and warm desserts." His calm tone clearly explained the sequence, and his lack of familiarity with women, coupled with his virtuous, merciful appearance, made him hard to dislike. "Why would I blame you? I might have waited on that stone bench for ages without you. Tell me, what reward do you want?" Zhu Shujian's lips curved, his smile like spring, sunlight breaking through ice, dispelling the biting cold. His phoenix eyes narrowed ed gently, full of tender warmth. "Second miss is my mentor's daughter. Helping you is my honor. What reward is needed?" Kia Wanyan nodded. "Fine, you may leave." What a fool! She offered a reward, and he refused. True lie, a schiller from a poor family. Unworldly Zhu Shujian. He saw the slight disdain on her face. Stepping out and closing the door, he was met with Zhang Qian's casual question. "What did she say to you?" Zhu Shujian smiled faintly. "That is a secret between Miss Second and me. Young Marquis, you need not know." Zhang Qian looked displeased. Zhu Shujian added slowly, "It's not something to share with outsiders." Zhang Qian's sinky jade eyes showed displeasure. This man wasn't unpleasant to look at, and his humble demeanor didn't invite irritation. Yet listening to him was like throwing a butters into a calm lake, stirring up splashes that made him utterly uncomfortable. "You're just Minister Kiospridge. How familiar are you with her?" Zhu Shujian's voice was gentle. "Whether I'm familiar with Second Miss or not. What reason did Ihavi to report it to you?" Young Marquis Zhang Qian was stuck. "What reason?" Zhu Shujian said calmly. "If there's nothing else, I'll take my leave. As for why, I was carrying Miss Second. Feel free to ask her if you don't understand." Zhang Qian didn't speak, but Manor's servants stepped in, forward to block Zhu Shujian. Undeterred by the hostile servants, Zhu Shujian said, "I advise you not to do this. It is no issue for me, but disturbing Miss Second would be unwise." He added slowly, "You're not a child, young Marquis, though I can see you don't like Second Miss. She is a woman and Amon should care for her. This isn't out of affection, but the way of a gentleman." Zhang Qian snorted. "Of course I'd like her. At least you have eyes." He waved, and the servants stepped aside. Zhu Shujian left with composure. Not like her? The Jing'an Manor young Marquis was a joke. When Zhang Qian tried to enter, Lu Jinyea blocked him. "Though this is Jing'an Manor, my mistress is a woman. Your frequent entries and exits would damage her reputation." Zhang Qian snapped. Reputation. Reputation. Do you think this is the previous dynasty? The door is open, and Jing'an Manor's servants don't gossip. How will my entering damaged her reputation? So young, yet so old-fashioned, he might as well be a remnant of the previous dynasty. Lu Jinye didn't budge. What do you want to do inside? My mistress is asleep. Zhang Qiyan pointed at him. You wait for me. After taking her medicine and hugging Ahid a water bag, Qi Wanyan fell asleep. When she woke in the afternoon, she found Madame Jing sitting by the bed and Zhang Qiyan playing with a jade pendant on a distant armchair. Zhang Qiyan was fuming. The little wretch at the door had done it on purpose. He blocked him when he tried to enter alone, but said nothing when he came in with his mother, clearly targeting him. If he wasn't Qi Wanyan's man, he'd have him beaten to death. Madame Jing'an, Qi Wanyan sat up, gracefully despite her surprise, not flustered. Madame Jing nodded with a smile. When we returned from the Chancellor's residence, we heard Qi Yan brought you here. Are you feeling better? Qi Wanyan smiled faintly. Thanks to young Marquis scare. Much better. Madame Jing laughed. My little SC amp can. Actually taking care of someone, he's grown up, which is heartening. Qi Wanyan's lips curved into a smile, dimples blooming with bright warmth. Though young Marquis can be aroused, his heart is good. He saw I was unwell and, knowing the Qi mansion is some distance from the Chancellor's, let me rest here. I'm grateful for his actions. Zhang Qian was slightly taken aback. An involuntary, embarrassed smile tugging at his lips. After some small talk, Madame Jing invited her to stay for dinner, but Qi Wanyan declined. Madame Jing personally saw her to the manor gate. Ziyu An waited there, helping her into the carriage. With concern, are you all right, miss? Nothing serious. Did you worry? Ziyu An shook her head. As long as you're safe. But Madame Jing'an has never interacted much with the Qi mansion, yet she personally saw you off. A pleasant surprise. Qi Wanyan chuckled. No surprise, my sudden appearance at Jing'an Manor. If she didn't see me out, rumors would spread about me and Zhang Qian. A crafty old fox. Where was her true kindness? Ziyu An was amazed. I didn't think of that. You're so clever. Miss, Ihard Master Zhu helped you. Should I prepare a gift to thank him? Qi Wanyan reclined against a soft pillow in a comfortable pose. No need. He refused. Besides, saving me was the good karma he accumulated in his past life. You're right, miss. Ziyu An thought silently. If Miss didn't fixate on being crown princess, Master Zhu would make it good matches. Handsome, gentle, and attentive, though from a humble background. Marrying anyone but royalty would be a step down for Miss. Back at the second branch of Kiao, Kiao Chuxu threw a tantrum. Mother, I said I didn't want to go today. First, Qi Wanyan bullied me until my face swelled over a comment. And today Jin scolded me for bad manners, all because I drank tea first. She did it on purpose to take out Qi Wanyan's anger. When had Qi Wanyan been wronged? She was the one wronged. Madame Wei pitied her daughter. My dear, you've suffered. The Jin family looks down on us. Outrageous. Qi Kingren sighed. Big brother's family is indeed excessive, relying on being the main branch. But Shuzu, we can defend them. The Qi family depends on your uncle to maintain its prestige. Qi Kongshan, the second branch's eldest son, said, don't worry. Sister, uncle has no sons. He'll have to adopt a heir as the second branch's oldest son. I'll be the head of the future. The Qi family and avenge you. Qiao Jibai, the second branch's commoner, born son, said respectfully. Sisters should remember to be cautious outside. The Qi family is a target. Loose talk will bring trouble. Qi Kingren frowned. Your Sister was bullied Ed by outsiders, and you schooled her as her brother? She's suffered enough today. Ki Aoji by fell silent. Madam Wei snorted. Nada. Real sister? No compassion. Kiao Kingren waved him off. Leave. Kiao Kongshin shot him a disdainful look. Un. Popular commoner's sons who daved to rely on him to survive in the Kiao family. Chapter 159. Wait, let me spin you a tale. In the kitchen of the Minister Kiao mansion, firewood crackled in the stove, cooking smoke roses, blending with the aroma of dishes as spatulas clattered against WOKS. Servants busted led about. I've said it many times. This blood-swallowing nest is for Madam and Second Miss. Eldest Miss isn't entitled to it. Can't you understand? Zhao Ying frowned. Why not? My miss is also a mistress of this mansion. She's thin and needs nourishment. Why refuse her? The cook slammed at her cleaver on the chopping board and snapped, hands on hips. This blood-swallowing nest was sent by madams. Maternal families, their son leaves so much. If Miss Eldest wants it, buy it with her own money, and I'll cook it immediately. Had she ever met such a shameless person? Complaining and arguing with the servants. Why? Not taking it up with Madam or Second Miss? The cook shout drew everyone's attention. Zhao Ying flushed with anger, snorted and stormed out. Back in Mingxiang Pavilion, Kiao Yihuan noticed her dismay. What's wrong? Zhao Ying pouted. I failed you. Miss, the kitchen staff fawned on the powerful. They gave blood-swallowing nests to Madam and Second Miss, but not to you. Kiao Yihuan smiled. It's fine. I can do without. You're too kind. Zhao Ying laid out the dishes. By the way, Miss, did the second branch know about Miss Eldest? Of the second branch and Zhou? Probably not. Or they wouldn't negotiating a marriage with the Zhonglu general's family. Kiao Yihuan sipped soup and frowned at the bowl and spat it out. This soup is spoiled. Take it away. Zhao Ying fumed. They're despicable. Serving spoiled food to the mistress. I'll find Steward Chen and make him teach those knobs Allisons. Forget it. Kiao Yihuan stopped. Her. What good would it do? She had no power in the mansion. Steward Chen would only pretend to help. But Ed, did you say the second branch is still negotiating with the Zhonglu general's family? Zhao Ying nodded. Kiao Yihuan's expression remained indifferent, as if discussing a trivial matter out of boredom. You're right. Uncle and aunt must not know, or they wouldn't proceed. A maiden meeting. A man in private. If found out, Kiao Chuzu can never marry into the Zhongwu general's family. Premarital tri-STS dishonor the family. Merchant's son daring such a thing. Love is out of the question. He must be climbing the social ladder, ignoring her reputation to charm her. Kiao Yihuan rubbed her fingertips. Climbing the ladder for a merchant's son. A noble woman like Kiao Chuzu is indeed a step up. But what about a first a branch Kiao lady? The renowned second Miss Zhou? Her eyes lit up. If her sister had an affair with Emergenson, she couldn't marry the crown prince or even a lord. She dearest married the merchant's son or flee the capital in disgrace. Kiao Yihuan sighed. Such a headache. I don't know. If I should tell uncle and aunt, Chuzu will hate me if Ito. But keeping silent could ruin her life. Miss, what will happen to Miss Eldest? Of the second branch, if we don't speak up, she'll either be sent away or forced to marry the Yanji and Yancy shopkeeperson. Another sigh. Chuzu, wife all for Emmer Chanson. If only she were as clever as Wanyan a what appetite. Zhao Ying fell silent. Second Miss? If she had an affair or eloped with someone like Zhou Yu, she couldn't steal the crown prince from Miss. Miss had been miserable, bullied by Second Miss. and the crown prince no longer arranges meetings. As before, all because of second miss. She'd stolen Mrs. Prince. Qiao Yuan sighed heavily. Take the food away. I've lost my appetite. She rose and entered the inner chamber. Zhao Ying's shirt ached, guilty for her powerlessness. Her eyes hardened. Ho! The coachman reined in the horses. Ziwan asked what's wrong. Why stop? The crown prince's carriage. Missed, we must give way. Qiao Wanyan opened the window and saw the majestic carriage, a moving palace embodying imperial prestige. The crown prince was extravagant, but his belongings are fitted with his status. He symbolized the royal family. She lowered her eyes. Asterisk this. Is the carriage you should ride? Asterisk. Your Highness, she called softly. The carriage halted. Qiao Wanyan alighted and approached. When the window opened, their eyes met. She smiled like spring breeze, her palm-sized face brimming with joy and bashful shyness. Greetings, Your Highness. Heezy Yu's voice was gentle. Where are you headed? Ira calling today is the Imperial College Chancellor. Grandson sweating. The Qiao family was invited. Have you finished the banquet? Qiao Wanyan hesitated, stammering, why yes. Just finished. Heezy Yu sensed something amiss. She wasn't a liar. Something must have happened, but he wouldn't press her. He had ways to find out. Noticing the carriage. Horse was in the blood. Sweating steed, he driven her. He asked, why not use the steed I sent? It's trained to be steadied, no more runaways. Qiao Wanyan paused, biting her lips. Her peached blossom eyes torn. She plucked at her sleeves, eyes downcast. Lips opening and closing. Tears welled. Blurring her vision, a tear fell. And Heezy Yu panicked, alighting to wipe it with his handkerchief. What's wrong? Qiao Wanyan didn't speak, only wept. Her eyes lowered, lashes quivering, swimming with grief. Evening. The hardest heart would melt. On the street, passers-by stared. To the uninformed, her tears suggested she'd been bullied. Heezy Yu said softly, there's a tea house nearby. Let's shave tea to calm down. She shook her head, wiping her eyes. Her gaze met his eyes red, nose pink from crying. I'm fine. Your Highness, don't let me detain you. She turned to leave, glancing at Ziwan. Ziwan supported her and blurred. Miss, why not tell His Highness? Heezy Yu frowned. Wait, what happened? Speak. Ziwan, seeing her Mrs. Silent plea, steeled herself. Your Highness, it's not that my miss refused your steed. It died the next morning. His eyes flickered. How? Poisoned. The vet found arsenic. There was enough to kill 10 horses. Who dare poison a royal gift in the Qiao mansion? It's brazen. Heezy Yu's eyes darkened. Poisoning a royal steed in the Qiao mansion was a capital offense. No one would risk it without reason. Servants dared not. Minister Qiao and his wife had no motive. He looked at Qiao Wanyan. Your Highness, it's me fault for failing to protect your gift. As a graving sin. I was too afraid to say. More tears fell delicate as rain. Qiao Wanyan truly wanted to cry. She wasn't naturally tearful. Her tears came from pinching her thighs. Asterisk, my poor leg. Asterisk. Heezy Yu sighed. She must have been terrified, raised in luxury. She'd never faced such ugliness. He led her into his carriage to shield her from prying eyes. Inside, he wiped her tears and soothed at her, knowing her delicate nature. He spoke gently. It's just a horse. I'll send you another. She looked up, eyes burning. It was your first gift. Special. I wanted to care for it all its life. His heart trembled, her words sending shivers through him. Meeting his gaze as she spoke, her intensity doubled. The impact, a lock of hair fell, and he tucked it behind her ear. his thumb brushing her jade-like cheeks. He stiffened at the warmth. She covered his hands, pressing it to her cheek. Her tear-stained face was stunning. His large hands cupped her tiny, delicate face, leaving him breathless. "You won't blame me, will you?" she whispered, tender voice. He nodded instinctively. "How could I?" She smiled, warm as blooming flowers, breathtakingly beautiful. With her beauty, a smile was her deadliest weapon. Releasing his hand, she said, "I'm relieved. Farewell, Your Highness." Her gauze skirt rustled, releasing the floral scent that a faints made Hiziyu's scalp tingle. He watched her board her carriage until it vanished. Jing Yuan asked, "Your Highness poisoning royal steed is a grave sin. Should we investigate?" Hiziyu's face darkened. She was mean to be so jealous. The Kiao Mansion security rivaled the Eastern palaces. Only an insider could poison the horse. Ziyu An massaged her Miss' thighs. "You didn't think to pinch yourself to cry." "Miss, it pains me." Kia Wanyan sighed. "What choice did he have? I wanted to laugh at my own lies. If IGGG let me to cry, I'd have died of embarrassment." Ziyu An chuckled. Kia Wanyan smiled too. "I admire Kiao Yihuan. She can cry on cue. Not everyone has that talent, too." Bet her tears would soon be real. Enough. Is my riding outfit ready? The spring hunt is near. If it's not done, they'll regret it. Ready. Miss, the embroiderer said it'd delivering read this morning, perfect for a fitting. We can alter it if needed. Ed, good, she said indifferently.